I really want to encourage anyone to switch positions at any point, sit on their knees as I showed you before, fix their cushion. The Kriya that we're going to end up doing is actually quite, like, there's a lot of sitting in today's Kriya, which is common to some Kundalini practices. So the warm-ups we're going to be doing are to help get the body ready and comfortable to sit for a little bit longer too. But for starters, I want to invite, we're going to start with a breathing exercise. So given how hot it's been outside, and happy solstice, by the way, we're going to do a cooling breathing exercise. So I want everyone to stick your tongue out just a little. And for those who can curl their tongue up, do so. If you can't, just, or if your tongue doesn't do that, try to just curl up as much as you can, or even just leave it flat. And then we're going to suck air in through our tongue like a straw. And then you pull your tongue in like a frog with a fly on its tongue. And then you inhale through, you exhale through your nostrils. So it's inhale, close your mouth, and exhale through your nostrils. I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. And we're going to continue with this breath. Breathe as deeply as feels comfortable. We're just going to be here for a little over a minute. This breath is great for cooling temperature, cooling down anger, regulating sexual and digestive energy. As you inhale, feel the air fill your belly. On the exhale, your belly moves towards your spine. Finish your last cycle of breath, and then keeping your eyes closed, inhale deeply through your nostrils and hold. Hold, hold, hold. And then exhale deeply, slowly. Okay. You can just observe for a moment any sensations, feelings in the body. We're going to tune in now with a mantra. In Kundalini Yoga, we tune in with the Adi mantra, which is very specific mantra. It's in the sacred language of Gurmukhi, which is an ancient Sikh language. So while Kundalini Yoga is not a religious practice, it is influenced and inspired by the Sikh faith. And so a lot of the mantras used are in that language. And the reason we don't translate them to English, just use them in English, is because the sound vibrations have a very specific effect on different acupressure points in the mouth and have very specific effects on the brain. So The opening mantra is, I just printed this out in case it's helpful to people on one. It's Om Namo Gurudev Namo. You can all see. But I'm going to just chant it 3 times, and anyone, if you feel comfortable, join in. If not, you can listen. First time, that's totally fine. It's a powerful way to call yourself to presence when beginning a Kundalini practice. So if everyone could just rub their palms together. Get the nerve endings activated, and then bring your thumbs to your chest bone, rather. And close your eyes. And inhale deeply. Exhale. And envision a ball of white light at the base of your spine. And as you inhale, move that ball of light up your spine to the top of your head. Inhale. Exhale. And on the next inhale, we'll tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And last time. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And inhale deeply, keeping your eyes closed and hands in place. And hold. And then exhale slowly, gently bring your hands to your knees. Okay, so chanting can take some getting used to, especially when you haven't done Kundalini before, but it quickly becomes appealing. Okay, so we're going to start with some warm-up exercises. Some very simple yet effective warm-up exercises that are going to help us sit for longer, but also just move the spine in a number of different directions and ways to help, sit in one place, but also to prepare us for facilitating energy moving up the spine and throughout the body. So the first exercise is called Spinal Flex. And you're going to place your hands on the front shin or near the front ankle where you're sitting. And on the inhale, leading with your chest, you lean forward, keeping your chin level. And then exhale back, again keeping your chin level. So don't put your chin to your chest as much as it might seem natural for this one. So inhale forward, exhale back. And I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. When we move the body with the breath and keep our eyes closed, it's a really good way to build up energy that actually shifts our consciousness more powerfully. So we're just here for a minute. Inhale forward, exhale back. This move helps to circulate the spinal fluid and also stimulates digestion. You can go as slowly or as rapidly as you like. You can speed up if that feels comfortable. On the next inhale, come to center, keeping your eyes closed, and inhale deeply and hold. Hold, hold, hold. And then exhale. And just stay here for a moment, eyes closed, and stay as still as possible. Try not to move at all. Just feel and observe. Okay, the next warm-up exercise we're going to do is called butterfly. So you're going to bring your feet together. And it's quite simple. It's just basically flap your legs up and down. So it could be a tiny movement, might be more, it doesn't matter how tiny a movement it is. It's a great move to help open the hips and stretch the inner thighs. So again, I'll invite you to close your eyes. We're just going to be doing this again for a minute. Breathe deeply. Never forget to breathe. I'm doing great. Okay, now inhale deeply and hold. And then exhale slowly. Okay. Next stretch we're going to do. By the way, the inhaling deeply and pausing after each move is to help with integrating the effects of the actual move. So the next warm-up we're going to do is called life nerve stretch. So if you can bring your legs straight out in front of you. And we're going to inhale, bring our arms up. And then exhale down. So to your shins, your ankles, your toes, whatever is accessible to you. There's no right or wrong. If you can reach your toes, you can grab your large toe with your thumb and your index finger, push on the thumbnail. Otherwise, the ankle is fine, chin is fine. Inhale, exhale. As you inhale, bring your chest and your head straight up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. We're just going to be here for a moment. Close your eyes as well. This is great for the sciatic nerve, for strengthening and stretching the sciatic nerve so that it's pain-free. Keep going. Now, if you could come on your next inhale, try to come down even further if you can. Keep going. next time you're down, inhaling, take a deep inhale in this position and hold. Hold, hold, hold. And then slowly exhale and walk your hands up your legs to a straight spine. All right. The next one we're going to do is, some of you may have done before, it's called hip lifts. In other yoga, there's a similar pose called bridge pose. So again, if everyone could come to their backs this time, and going to bring your knees up as I'm doing, and bring your heels, just up here, and then bring your heels as close to your butt as you can. You might be able to touch your heels with your fingers. If you're able to grab your ankles, you can do that too. And then on the inhale up, bring your whole body up, leading with your hips. And then exhale down. Inhale up, leading with the hips and allowing the upper body to slowly follow. And then exhaling down, leading with your upper body. And your hips are the last thing to fall back to the ground. So I'll invite you to close your eyes again. We'll be here for just a minute. Keep going. This is a great move for activating your kidneys and urinary tract, circulating spinal fluid as well. Try to keep both your feet pointing forward. Okay, and on the next inhale, when you're up in the air, hold. Slowly release, come back down. Slowly bring your hips back to the ground. Now I'd like to invite you to bring your knees up to your chest and hug them to your chest. And just rock back and forth a little bit, left to right, just to get rid of any tension that exercise may have caused in the lower back or the hips. Just massage it out a little. Okay. Now come to your right side, like in fetal position, and slowly push your way up. We're going to do one more warm-up exercise before getting to the actual Kriya. And it's called frog pose. Is everyone doing okay? Kim in the back. If it helps to sit on a blanket, there's some right there. It can be good to sit and lift your hips up while we're sitting anyway. So I'm going to come to a squat like this. So your heels close together, your feet pointed kind of out. And your fingertips maybe like a little bit in front, like a foot in front. And now we're all going to pretend to be frogs and jump around. So on the inhale, we're going to come standing straight like this, bringing our nose as close to the knees as possible. And then on the exhale, back to the squat. And when you come back to the squat, lift your head up straight. So inhale, nose to knees. Exhale, keep your spine as straight as possible. We're going to try and do 15 of these. Go at your own pace. If it doesn't detract to close your eyes, I encourage you to close your eyes. Inhale, nose to knees. Exhale, squat. This move helps to raise energy from the lower chakras to the higher ones, stimulating elimination, sexuality, creativity, and willpower. It's also really great for the sciatic nerve as well. Okay. Once you're finished, you're 15. Can inhale with your nose to your knees and hold. And then slowly, and there's no rush. I'll let everyone finish. Okay. Okay, so again, once you're finished, in the inhale position, take a deep inhale and hold. And then exhale slowly back to squatting position. Everyone's doing great. Quickly heats up in here. Okay. So now we're going to actually move on to the actual Kriya. You can come down to seated. So this Kriya is called Basic Spinal Energy Series. And this was all just the warm-ups are an integral part of every Kundalini practice. They can go on for even longer than the practice itself sometimes. It's just understood that the warm-ups and even the relaxing, lying on the ground, are all integral elements of actually getting the most out of the practice itself. Which I think there are some life lessons there for all of us, actually. So, and so the practice itself is all about moving energy up the spine, helping to heal the nervous system, and I don't know. You'll notice when energy is actually flowing more freely up your spine, a lot of things start to flow more easily in life in general as well. We tend to not get stuck in the same ways. Stuckness happens on so many levels at the same time. So I'm sure some of you've noticed that. So this Kriya actually works systematically up like all 26 vertebrae in our back, and with some very simple exercises. And so we're going to start with one that we've already done actually in the warm-ups, another round of spinal flex. So again, it's going to be the same exercise as we did before. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. We'll only be here briefly this time. I invite you to close your eyes. Going. We can think of this as helping to create a connection between the body and the brain through the spine. On the next inhale, Sit up straight and hold. And then exhale slowly. And be still for just a moment and observe energy moving up and down the spine. We're then going to move directly to another type of spinal flex in rock pose. So this time sitting in this position on your heels. If that's not comfortable, you might try sticking a block between your legs, or you can remain in easy pose, which is the cross-legged pose as well. As long as you're comfortable. No one forced themselves into any position. So this is the same move, but it's just a little higher up on the spine. So you're going to have your hands on your thighs, inhaling forward, exhaling back, inhaling forward, exhaling back. And close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Keep your chin level. And on the next inhale, come with spine straight and hold the inhale in. And then exhale slowly. Again, just stay here for a moment, eyes closed. My teacher likes to refer to something called a ginger ale moment, when things start to tingle up and down through your body. You might feel that at some point throughout this practice. So the next one, you can either remain in this position or come back to sitting cross-legged. Either one is perfectly fine, whichever is more comfortable. And personally, I always find it more comfortable when sitting cross-legged to lift my hips a little bit on one of these blankets. But whatever works for you. And this one is called Spinal Twist. So you're going to want to bring your arms up onto your shoulders, fingers in front and thumb behind. And if this is uncomfortable, another alternative is to put your hands on your chest here. So otherwise, fingers in front, thumb behind. And this is just yet another way of moving the spine and in another direction. So inhale to the left, exhale to the right. Inhale left, exhale right. And close your eyes. And go at any pace that feels comfortable to you. Your neck, your head, your torso all move in sync. You can go as slowly or as rapidly as feels good in your body. Try to center the movement in your spine. Keep going. This is a great move for stretching all the muscles along your vertebrae. Everyone's doing really great. Okay, come to center with your arms still in place. Take a deep inhale and hold, hold, hold. And exhale, slowly bring your arms down with control. And then just stay here for a moment. Now the next part of the Kriya, you can bring your arms down. The next part of the Kriya is called bear grip. And what we're going to do, you're going to bring your palms to your heart center, heart level here. The left palm is facing out and the right palm is facing in. And they're going to grab onto each other, like locked together. The right thumb is up, the left thumb is down, and then they grab at the sides of the hand. And this is at your chest center. Can everyone see? Yeah, okay. And I'm going to want to pull apart, not too intensely, but just a little bit of a tug. And we're going to move them up and down like a propeller. We're not here for very long, but close your eyes and breathe deeply as you do this motion. It doesn't have to be in sync with the movement, but it can be. And you can go as slowly or quickly as you like. Speed up as you go if you like. So keep going. Okay, come to center with your arms straight. Take a deep inhale. Hold. Tug your hands apart just a little bit. And exhale. These are all maneuvers to help energy rise up the spine and up through the body. So, the next one is another round of spinal flex. It's the last one, I promise. So this time the hands are on the knees, arms are straight, and I like to get off my cushion on this one, but it depends what feels good for you. And inhale forward, and exhale. This time you can bring your your chin all the way to your chest and round your back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Keep going with your eyes closed. Again, we're here for 1 minute. When you come forward, try to lead with your chest. If you have tight shoulder muscles or shoulder blades like me, you'll probably feel this pulling in a good way. For the last few seconds, speed up just a tiny bit. Inhale forward, exhale back. Great. Come to center. Inhale deeply. Hold. And exhale slowly. Okay. All right. Okay. So next, we have shoulder shrugs. So the next move is very, very simple. When you inhale, bring your shoulders all the way up to your ears, tense as much as you can. Exhale, bring them back down. Inhale up to the ears, exhale down. You can do this quite quickly if you like, or whatever pace is good. Keeping your eyes closed again. Inhale up, exhale down. This is a form of self-massage that basically increases tension in order to decrease it. You can try it breathing powerfully through your nose as well. Unless otherwise specified, all breathing is through the nose. Everyone's doing great. Keep going. On the next inhale, hold and hold your shoulders up to your ears at the same time. Hold, hold, hold. And then exhale, bringing your shoulders down. Okay. And remain here for just a moment. Observe. And we're going to do another deceptively simple exercise known as neck rolls. So bring your right ear to your right shoulder. And yet please switch your positions up if you're in any way uncomfortable at any point. I'll also mention that it's never a good thing to push yourself to dizziness. So if anything that we're doing causes you to feel dizzy or lightheaded, please feel more than free to take a pause, take a break, come back to it, or just stop. Okay, so right ear to right shoulder. And as you roll back, inhale. And as you roll forward, exhale. Eyes closed. Back, inhale. Forward, exhale. We're going to do it 5 times. Three. 4. 5. And bring your head up to center. Just recalibrate for a moment. And then we're going to do the other side. So bringing your left ear to your left shoulder. Same thing, inhaling as you roll back. Exhaling as you roll forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. 3. 4. and 5. When you're done the last one, bring your head up straight again and observe. Remain still, keeping your eyes closed. We're moving slowly upwards, as you can see, up the spine in this Kriya. Okay. So the next one, we're going to come back to bear grip, which we just did a couple of exercises ago. So again, the left palm is out and the right palm is towards you, with thumbs grasping the sides of your hands. And this time we're going to bring it up to your throat level. So closing your eyes. Actually, I'm just, before we do this, I'm going to separate out one element just to show you guys, because part of this exercise is root lock. Has anyone done root lock before? Okay, so there are several different locks in the body. One is root lock, one is in the diaphragm, and one is in the throat. And these are basically just different places that we can contract our muscles to kind of direct the life force or the prana through our body, through the channels that basically get to where they need to heal our body, to energize us, things like that. So by contracting the muscles in certain ways and at specific times in sync with the breath, we can kind of control where that energy goes. So part of the exercise I'm about to show you involves root lock. And root lock involves basically squeezing your anus, your sex organs, and your navel all at the same time. So this could take some getting used to, but it's quite intuitive actually. You just want to pull all the muscles in at the same time. Anus, sex organs, and then also drawing your navel in towards your spine a little bit at the same time. It's a muscle contraction. It all comes in, basically. So it'll come with practice, but just wanted to point that out before shooting that out while your eyes are closed and you're focused on something else. So we're going to come back to bear pose, bear grip rather, at the throat level. Close your eyes. Give a gentle tug from pulling your hands apart gently. Inhale very deeply and hold. And as you're holding, squeeze root lock. So squeeze anus, sex organs, and navel all in. Hold, hold, hold. Pulling your hands apart. And exhale and release the lock. Okay, and now exhale all the air out, keeping that tension between your hands. Exhale all the air out, and then you're going to retain the breath out. And as you're doing so, squeeze root lock again. Anus, sex organs, navel in, all pulled in. Holding the breath out. Hold, hold, hold. And release. You can inhale and release the lock. Now, you're going to bring your arms up overhead. This is the second part. And we're going to do the same thing in this position, basically. So inhale deeply. Pulling the hands apart as much as you can, as long as you're comfortable. It is going to be a little bit more challenging in this position. Sorry, and then inhale deeply. Sorry that I shouldn't have told you to inhale first. So let it go. Take a moment, and now inhale deeply. Hold, pull the hands apart, and squeeze root lock. Anus, sex organs, and navel all come in. Hold, hold, hold. And staying in this position, exhale, release the lock. Exhale all the air out, and then holding the breath out, squeeze root lock again. Squeeze, hold the air out, hold, hold, hold. And then inhale, release. You can bring your hands back down with control. We're going to do this whole thing 2 more times. And I realize it's challenging. This is a very, very powerful way, squeezing the lock and pulling the hands apart to bring energy up the spine. You don't need to force the hands or the lock too much. Like, there's no reason to push harder. Like, it can be a very, very subtle squeeze as well. It can be very subtle. You don't have to, pull like crazy with the hands, and you don't have to squeeze like crazy with the lock either. So we'll try it again. So at the throat center, eyes closed, inhale deeply and powerfully. Squeeze root lock, anus, sex organs, navel. Hold, hold, hold. Exhale, let all the air out. And then holding the air out, squeeze root lock. Okay, again, above the head. Inhale deeply. Squeeze root lock. Feel energy traveling up from the base of your spine to the top of your skull. Exhale, release. Let all the air out, squeeze root lock. Hold, release. You can bring your arms down last time to throat center. You can readjust if you need to. Take a moment. Switch your legs around. And last time at the throat center. Inhaling deeply. Squeeze root lock. Hold, hold, hold. Exhale. Let all the air out and hold the air out while squeezing root lock. Okay, inhale, bringing the arms up overhead. So inhale deeply here again. Squeeze root lock, anus, sex organs, navel. Hold, hold, hold. Exhale the air out. Release the lock. Retain your breath out. And then squeeze root lock one more time. Okay. Inhale, release, bring your arms down. That might have been the most challenging part of the exercise. It's over now. You can stretch your legs out a little, shake them. Okay. Don't need to move much to break a sweat in Kundalini. Okay. Is everyone doing okay? Yeah? Okay. So, wow, time flies. Okay. So, the last part of the Kriya, we're going to be in rock pose like so. This is called Sat Kriya. It's a foundational. It's one of the foundational exercises of Kundalini Yoga, and it's a great way to sort of shift consciousness in a short period of time. You're going to bring your fingers interlaced and keep your index fingers up like a pistol or something like that. And your right thumb is on top of your left. And then you're going to bring them overhead so your arms are close to your ears. And we're going to be chanting a mantra in this position, a very simple mantra. The mantra is Sat Nam, which in the language of Gurmukhi translates roughly to truth is my name, or I am truth. And when we chant Sat, we're going to bring our navel in at the same time. Sat. And when we say Nam, we're going to let the navel out. Sat, Nam. Sat, Nam. Sat, Nam. Sat, Nam. Sat. Everyone close your eyes. Sat, Nam. 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 Now staying in this position, inhale deeply, squeeze root lock. Slowly exhale, and slowly as you do, bring your arms down to along your sides, sweeping your aura. We normally go a little longer in that one, but I recognize that it's a challenge. And also I should have told people that there are also chairs in the back. And so for next time, like, there's no issue. I'm going to bring some chairs in here next time, because there's no issue with sitting in a chair, even for parts of Kriyas, as long as the spine is straight. So, okay. Okay. So, right now we're going to have a relaxation for a few minutes, which I think is welcome for people at this point. So if everyone could come and lie down on their back. So just relax your body entirely. Let go of everything that's coming later in the day. Let go of all the muscle tension in your body. Just let go and feel the floor having your back, the ground having your back. Relax the soles of your feet, your toes. Relax the front of your legs, the backs of your legs. Relax your hips, muscles of your belly. Relax your chest, your spine. Relax your arms from your shoulders all the way to the tips of your fingers. Relax your neck. Relax your jaw. Relax your forehead and all the muscles of your face. Relax all the hair on your head. Relax all the hair on your body. Relax. Relax. Now slowly start to move your toes and fingers. Make circles with your wrists and your ankles. Bring your palms of your feet and the palms of your hands together and rub them together. And then bring your legs back straight down. Bring your left knee over, diagonally over to your right side. Stretch out facing your left arm. Should feel really good. Inhale deeply. And then switch sides, bringing your right knee up and across. And now to come back to seated, you can either roll over onto your right side and push your way up, or you can rock back and forth on your spine like so. Whatever feels good. Okay. Now, I'm running a tiny bit behind schedule, but I just wanted to do a very quick, the meditation we were going to do was actually quite quick anyway. Can everyone afford like 3 extra minutes? Okay. So I usually end Kundalini with a meditation. Tell me, would you all prefer a chanting meditation right now or a breathing meditation? Chanting. Okay, that's what I had planned anyway. Just don't want to. So, I guess partially in honor of the solstice, which I was reading and also feeling the other day that solstice is a really good time for creative energy, to kind of tap into, harness the power of the summer sun and tap into creativity. And when you're actually able to release creativity, it can have a really positive ripple effect, not only in your own life, but in the lives of others as well. And the meditation is actually really simple. It's the sound of Om, which is part of the mantra that we began with. Ong is a chant that's used in so many different cultures around the world. There's another version of it, Om. It's basically a primal sound that has been called a sound of infinity. It's also been called sorry, I wrote it down. I can't remember. Anyway, I think it's the creative sound of the universe. And when you start chanting this, it really starts to resonate how this particular sound has been used so widely across different cultures and different times. So anyway, what we're going to do is take a deep, powerful inhale. And then we're going to chant Ong, a long Ong. So on the inhale, Ong. And as you do so, leave your mouth slightly open. And as we're chanting, the air is exhaling out through our nose. It's a subtle thing, but you'll notice, just if you have that intention in mind, and you'll probably start to feel the top of your mouth, your palate vibrate a little bit. And I want everyone to go at their own pace. Like, even if we're not in sync with each other, it's going to sound amazing. It's going to feel amazing. The idea is to go with your own breath rhythm. So we're only going to do this a few times. It doesn't take much. So here we go. Inhale. Om. Om. Okay, take a deep inhale and hold. Exhale slowly. You might get a little head rush. And just stay here for one moment with your eyes closed, just observing final sensations, feelings. Now we're going to close the practice by rubbing our hands together, bringing thumb to chest bone. And in Kundalini Yoga, we always close with the mantra Sat Nam, which we used earlier with the stomach pumping exercise. And again, it can be translated roughly to I am truth, or truth is my name. And so we're going to chant just once, long Sat, short Nam. On the inhale. Inhale deeply. Sat Nam. And bring your hands up to your forehead. And bring your hands and your forehead down close to